Have you ever watched a charismatic leader or a really famous personality on TV and thought to yourself, how does he do it? Or why does everybody like her so much? Think about it. Why is it that in a planet populated by nearly 8 billion people, only a few garners the attention of many? In this video, we will share with you 8 ways to win people over and be liked by others. So stay with us to the end, because these 8 tips we're going to share with you will help you attract the attention of everyone around you and help you become the most likable person in the room. Active listening. How often do you listen actively in your daily conversations with people? I'm not talking about listening to react, but really listening with focus, understanding, and then responding. Active listening goes beyond simply hearing the words being said. It requires a conscious effort to understand the message, both in terms of information but also the underlying emotions. Let me paint you a picture of what active listening looks like. Imagine Sarah is stressed about a work project, and she tells her boss Chris that it's tough with tight deadlines. Chris listens carefully and says, "I get it, Sarah. It sounds like you're feeling a bit overwhelmed with the project and the short time we have." Chris then asks Sarah to share more information about what's hard and what might help. By doing this, Chris shows he really cares about what Sarah is saying and wants to find solutions together. The next time you have a conversation with someone, remember to keep a few things in mind to practice being an active listener. Stop trying to jump in and interrupt the person talking. Give them your full attention. Maintain eye contact. Don't get distracted by what you're going to say next or thinking about something completely different. And finally, ask questions or reflect back. Empathize. Empathy is our ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. Research has shown that people who can effectively display empathy are often well liked by others. In fact, empathy is so crucial that people who lack empathy are often shunned from society and labeled as psychopaths capable of committing terrible acts. So just how important is empathy? So important that we use someone's perceived empathy as one of the biggest determining factors when it comes to electing this country's president every 4 years. If people perceive a candidate as being empathetic to the needs and issues of the people, they're almost guaranteed to win the White House. Many politicians throughout history have been able to effectively communicate the "I feel your pain" in a way that reassures us. By doing this, they win people's hearts and their votes. So, if you want to win people's hearts and be the most likable person in any situation, learn to master the art of genuine empathy and how to express empathy in a warm, comforting manner. Be authentic. It's quite simple. Being authentic means being genuine and true to yourself. Don't put up a fake facade or pretend to be something you're not. Most importantly, be honest about who you are and what you stand for. We're all taught from a young age to be ourselves, but somewhere along the way we all forget about being ourselves and do everything in our power to fit in. Think about it. Who would you rather spend time with? Someone who's not afraid to embrace their individuality, or someone who tries their hardest to fit in and make other people happy, even at the expense of their own happiness? We often gravitate toward people who are unapologetically themselves because we know we can trust them, because we know they'll do the right thing no matter what, and because they're relatable. Remember, if there's anything people are good at, it's telling the difference between real and fake. So be the real you. Have positive body language. When was the last time you approached someone whose body language screamed, "Get away from me, I'm not interested"? Probably never. Our body language communicates a lot about how we feel on the inside. So the people around us can easily sense when we're annoyed, frustrated, angry, or feeling any number of other emotions. People who are well-liked exude positive body language. Their body language screams confidence and says, "Hi, I want to get to know you." So everyone around them feels a sense of attraction towards them. If you want to learn more about nonverbal communication, make sure to check out our other video. The link is found in the description below. Find common ground. Imagine you go on a date with someone. During the date, you ask them about different things, all in the hopes of finding something you have in common with them. The more things you have in common, the better the chances are that you'll like them and possibly decide to go on more dates in the future. Finding common ground is something we do pretty frequently because it helps us feel connected. It gives us that feeling of, we're not so different after all. So a great way to win people and to be liked by others is to establish connections using shared interests and hobbies. The more common ground you can find, the more likely it is that people will feel positively about you and like you. Give sincere praise. Imagine you're working on a group project at school or at work, and one of the team members comes up with a creative idea that really impresses you. Instead of keeping your admiration to yourself, you decide to offer a sincere compliment. You might say something like, "Hey, I just wanted to say that idea you came up with is brilliant. It adds a unique and creative twist to our project, and I can tell you put a lot of thought into it. Great job." Offering compliments in this way not only makes the person feel good about their contribution, but also contributes to a positive atmosphere within the team. It fosters a culture of appreciation and collaboration, and people are likely to perceive you as someone who values and recognizes the efforts of others. Remember, sincerity is key. So make sure your compliments are honest and heartfelt. At the end of the day, there's nothing worse than getting a backhanded compliment or a fake compliment that's not heartfelt and insincere. Learn the art of reciprocity. Ever heard that saying, "I've got your back, you've got mine"? Well, that's exactly what reciprocity means. It's about being willing to give and take. Let's face it, nobody likes a taker, but everyone loves a giver. Imagine you're in a classroom and you notice a classmate struggling with a tricky math problem. You happen to be good at math, so you decide to help them. You patiently explain the steps, answer the questions, and make sure they understand the concept. Later, you find yourself facing a challenging question in a different subject. And having remembered all the help you gave them, your classmate decides to step in and help you in return. The more willing you are to step up and help people, the more others will perceive you positively. Confidence without arrogance. Confidence without arrogance means being sure of yourself without acting like you know everything. Imagine you're working on a group project. You share your ideas with enthusiasm, saying, "I think this could really work, and here's why." That's confidence. But then, when your friends have suggestions, you listen and say, "That's a great point. Let's consider that too." That's being humble and open-minded. You're still confident in your ideas, but you're also ready to learn from others. It's like the saying, "I believe in what I can do, but I'm also happy to hear what you think." This way, you come across as strong and approachable, making everyone feel respected and part of the team. So try giving these a try. The biggest takeaway from this is that being genuine and authentic is more important than anything else. If you find this content helpful and valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give us a like. Don't forget to leave a comment below and share any tips you have for increasing your likeness quotient. As always, don't forget to spread loving kindness to all beings around you and be the change you want to see in the world. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.